students. In this video, we are going to learn the nomenclature of alcohols, how to write their common names and their IUPAC name. Along with that, we will also focus on the nomenclature of phenols and ethers. So let's begin with the rules. Alcohols. Their common name, it is alkyl alcohol. We have to identify what type of alkyl is there to which the OH group is attached. On that basis, we will write the name alkyl alcohol. And IUPAC nomenclature, alkane plus ol. Here in the alkane E comes, but it will be dropped because the secondary suffix begins with a vowel. So we are going to write ALKANOL. Okay. Now, alcohol, along with this common system and IUPAC system, they are also having one more carbinol system. CH3OH, it is called as carbinol. Okay. If I write CH3 CH2OH, then what will be the name of this according to the carbinol system? See, this is carbinol and this is methyl. So its name will be methyl carbinol. Okay. Now if I take this type of compound, okay. Now this is carbinol and we are having two methyl groups are attached. So what will be the name of this? Dimethyl carbinol. So this is about carbinol system. Now, when we talk about cyclic alcohol, in that we have to use the primary prefix, that is cyclo, followed by its common name. And when we are going to write its IUPAC name, cyclo, we have to write cyclo first and then its IUPAC name. That we will see different examples, in that it will be clear. If there are substituents present, then we will use alpha, beta, gamma like that. And in the IUPAC nomenclature, we will be using the numbering 1, 2, 3 or likewise. Now, third and fourth category, it belongs to, I had written over there, dihydric alcohol. Dihydric alcohol, that means two OH groups are present in a compound. Now, I had written two categories, alpha glycol and beta, gamma or any other glycol. So what is alpha glycol? 1,2 glycol. That means two OH groups are present on the adjacent carbon. For example, a chain of 3 carbon, and we are having this type of structure. Okay, so this is alpha glycol. Or if we are having 2 carbon chain and 2 OH groups are attached, then also it is alpha glycol. If we are having 3 carbon and 1 and 3 carbon, they are bearing the OH groups, that is called as beta glycol. And if we are having 1,4, then it will be gamma. Likewise, the glycols will be written. Now, how to write their common name? For 1,2 glycol, we have to first write down the name of the alkene from which it is prepared by hydroxylation. Alkene, suppose this is an alpha glycol, 1,2 glycol. First we have to identify the alkene. This is CH2, double bond CH2. From its hydroxylation, we are getting the alpha glycol. Okay, so here what we will do? Identify the alkene. Here it is ethylene, so its common name will be ethylene followed by glycol. Okay, and for writing the IUPAC name, we will follow the general rules. Now for beta, gamma or any other glycol, we will be using polymethylene glycol. Okay, for example, we are having this type of structure. Okay, that I had already drawn over here. H2, H, H2. Okay, so here Here, how many methylene are there? 1, 2 and 3. So it is trimethylene. Okay, so trimethylene and followed by glycol. So its common name will be trimethylene glycol, and same we will follow the common rules for writing the IUPAC name. Now, phenol. Phenol is having the same name in common as well as IUPAC system. And here the position of the substituents will be represented by ortho, meta or para. If you are having disubstituents, then either they are present or adjacent, alternate or diagonally opposite. Accordingly, we will use the terms ortho, meta and para. And in IUPAC system, 1, 2, 1, 3 or 1, 4. Okay. Now, the last one it is ether. Ether, names of alkyl or aryl group in alphabetical order followed by ether. Both the alkyl groups or aryl groups we will see, write their names in alphabetical order, and then we will write the word ether. And when you are going to write its IUPAC name, then it will be alkoxy-alkane. That means the smaller r will be the alkoxy part. Now we will see some examples. Let's write them. Let's write the common names and IUPAC name of these examples written over here. CH3, CH2, CH2OH. It is 3 carbon alkyl and it is N-propyl alcohol. Okay, here it is a 3 carbon but it is isopropyl alcohol. First, let's write the common name and then we will write the IUPAC names. Here 1, 2, 3 and 4 carbon chain. So it is N-butyl alcohol. 1, 2, 3 and 4. It is butyl, but the OH it is attached to the carbon. It is secondary. So we will write secondary butyl alcohol. See students, first of all you have to see whether it is iso or neo. If it is not iso, neo or and, then you will just find out whether it is secondary or tertiary. So in this case it is not iso, it is not neo, it is not N, but it is secondary. Okay, now let's see this example. Here this CH3, CH, one CH3 is attached, then CH2OH. So this is isobutyl alcohol. Now, here this carbon to which OH is attached, it is tertiary. So we will write tertiary butyl alcohol. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 carbon are there and we can see this is a neo group. So we will write neo pentyl alcohol. Okay. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again it is 5 carbon, but here we can see this OH, it is attached to this carbon. And it is not iso, it is not neo, but we can see if we will find out whether it is secondary or tertiary, we will see that it is tertiary. So we will write tertiary. How many carbons were there? 5. So tertiary pentyl alcohol. Okay. Now see this example. CH2 double bond CH, CH2OH. So this is allyl alcohol. And the last one over here, CH2 double bond CHOH. So it is vinyl alcohol. Okay, so So we have written here the common names. Now let's write the IUPAC name. We know that in the IUPAC nomenclature we are going to write the alkanol. Here 1, 2 and 3. 3 carbon chain. So we are going to write its name propane 1. Here again a carbon chain of 3 and the OH it is attached to the middle carbon. So it is propane 2-ol. A long carbon chain of 4 carbon. So it will be butane 1-ol. Here if you will take the chain this one, then you will see that OH is coming to the second carbon. So you will write butane 2-ol. Okay. Here in this CH3, CH, CH2, OH. So longest chain will be this one, and these two methyl group they will be present. Sorry, it is having only one methyl group. This methyl group it is belonging to the lower one. So it is having one methyl group and a carbon chain of 3. So we will write 2-methyl propane 1-ol. Okay, now here this is the longest carbon chain and this is methyl group and this is OH. So we will write the name 2-methyl. Students, we all know that we all had learnt in class 11 that whenever we are writing the IUPAC name, they are separated by the hyphen. So take care of these small things. 2-methyl propane 2-ol. Okay. Now here this will be the longest chain. So what is the name of this compound? 2,2-dimethyl 2,2-dimethyl propane 1-ol. Okay, because OH group is attached to the first one. Now here when we are going to take this carbon chain as the longest one, then this methyl will be present on the second carbon. So 2-methyl butane 2-ol. Okay. Now for this, how we will write the name? This is the chain of 3 carbon and the numbering will start from this end because there is a functional group 1, 2. So prop. Okay. After second carbon there is a double bond, so we will write prop 2-ene. Okay. Then here 1-ol. We had removed this E because secondary suffix is starting with the vowel. Now what is the name of this compound? This is a chain of 2 carbon. So we will write ethene 1-ol. Though ethene, if you are writing ethanol, then also it is correct, but ethene 1-ol it is more appropriate. Let's write few more examples. (24 to 25 examples, students, we are going to see. Let's write some more examples. Their common names and IUPAC names. CH, triple bond CH, single bond CH2OH. This is propargyl chloride. Sorry, alcohol. This is CH3, CH, double bond CH, CH2OH. And the name of this compound is crotyl alcohol. When this methyl group it went to cinema, instead of that a phenyl group comes to its place and it becomes cinnamyl alcohol. Okay. Now we will take some examples of cyclic alcohol. We have seen that we have to write the primary prefix, that is cyclo, and followed by common name or IUPAC name. So its common name will be cyclo. This is cyclohexyl alcohol. Okay. Now if there is no methyl group, then this is cyclopentyl alcohol, but here methyl group is also present. So when you are writing the common name, you will be using the prefixes like alpha, beta, gamma, and when you are using the IUPAC nomenclature, you will write 1, 2, or likewise. So here it is alpha. This carbon is alpha, which is attached to the carbon which is having the OH. This is alpha carbon, and the group which is attached, it will be termed as alpha methyl. So this is alpha methyl cyclo, alpha methyl cyclopentyl alcohol. Okay. Now we are going to see some dihydric alcohol. This is alpha glycol, that is 1,2-diol. Here we have seen that we have to identify the name of the alkene from which it has been prepared by hydroxylation. So here it is 2 carbon, so the name will be ethylene, followed by the word glycol. Okay. Now here I am going to take first the diol only. Here it is 1,2-diol, that is alpha glycol, and the name of the alkene will be 1,2,3 carbon alkene, so its name will be propylene glycol. Okay. Now this is beta glycol, and here how we have to write the name? Poly, and count the number of the poly word, that means the count the number of the methylene groups, 1, 2, and 3. So it is trimethylene. We have seen that polymethylene glycol. So here instead of word poly, we had written 1, 2, 3 trimethylene followed by word glycol. Okay. Now let's write their IUPAC name. IUPAC name, students, you have to follow the rule. This is the carbon chain, and numbering will start from this end. So its name will be, word root it is prop, and after the second carbon there is a triple bond, so prop 2 ine 1 ol. Okay. And here 1, 2, 3. After the second carbon, the double bond it is there. Word root it is bute, 2 ene 1 ol. The name for this compound, it is having a 3 carbon chain. 1 phenyl group is attached and 1 OH group it is attached. Numbering will start from this end. So the name will be prop 2 ene and 1 ol. Now students, there is a phenyl group also, and that is present on the third carbon. So we will write here 3 phenyl. 3, I should write it clearly, 3 phenyl prop 2 ene 1 ol. Okay. Now for this one, cyclo we have to write first. And then how many carbon ring it is? 6 carbon. So cyclohexanol. Okay. Now this is, if methyl group is not there, cyclopentanol, but it is having the methyl group at the position of second carbon. So we will write 2-methyl cyclopentanol. Okay. Now for this, the carbon chain it is of 2 carbon, so we will write ethane 1,2-diol. Students, here we are writing the E because we are not going to see this one D. D, it is not a vowel, so we are not going to remove this. We are going to write E with the word root and the primary suffix. We will write the letter E. Here it is ethane 1,2-diol. The name of this compound is propane 1,2-diol. This one propane 1,3-diol. Okay. Now let's write some examples of phenols. Let's write the names of some of the examples of phenol. When OH and CH3 group, they are attached to the benzene ring, and at ortho position the name it is orthomethyl phenol, and commonly it is called as orthocresol. Students, if this methyl group it is present here, then you will use the letter M, meta-methyl phenol, and if it is there, para-methyl phenol. Likewise, orthocresol, metacresol or paracresol. Br group it is attached at meta position, so we will write the name meta-bromophenol. Okay, here OH group and CHO group, they are attached at the ortho position, and among them this OH it is junior, so we will take this as a parent compound. CHO group attached to benzene, this is benzaldehyde, and this will be the substituent, that is hydroxy at ortho position, so we will write orthohydroxy benzaldehyde. Students, the common name for this one, it is salicylaldehyde. It is also called as salicylaldehyde, or you can say orthohydroxy benzaldehyde. Here 3 OHR group are there. This is trihydric alcohol. When we were discussing classification, I told you this is pyrogallol. Okay, so common name it is pyrogallol. Now let's write their IUPAC name. In the IUPAC nomenclature, we are going to use the numbers 1, 2 or 1, 3 or likewise. So here this methyl group it is present on the second carbon, so we will write the name 2-methyl phenol. Here Br is present on the third carbon, so we will write the name 3-bromophenol. For this, the OH group it is present on the second carbon, and this is the benzaldehyde, so we will write the name 2-hydroxy benzaldehyde. Okay, now here 1, 2, 3 benzene, because they are attached with the benzene, so what is the name? Benzene 1, 2, 3 triol. Okay, so it will be the IUPAC name. Now let's write name for some of the ethers. Here this is the O, and one methyl group is written and one ethyl group it is written. Now alphabetically we are going to take these alkyl groups: ethyl, methyl, ether. Okay. Now this is ethyl and this is isopropyl. So we are going to write it alphabetically: ethyl, isopropyl, ether. Methyl, and here we are having the C6H5, that means to a benzene ring O CH3 group is attached, so the common name for this one it is anisole. And when C2H5 O, it is connected with the benzene ring, then we are going to use the common name phenetone. Okay. Now, when we are going to write the IUPAC name, we will take the smaller alkyl group along with oxygen as alkoxy and the remaining is alkene. So, here it will be termed as methoxy and ethane. So, the IUPAC name will be methoxy ethane. Okay. Now, here this is the smaller group. So, it is ethoxy and propane, because it is attached to second carbon. So, we will write 2-ethoxy propane. Okay. Now, here the anisole name, it is written here as a common name, and if you have to write the IUPAC name, this is methoxybenzene, this is ethoxybenzene. So let's write them. This is first one, it is methoxybenzene. This is ethoxybenzene. So in this way, students, you can practice a variety of questions. In our textbook also we are having variety of questions, examples, solved examples are given, in-text questions are given, back exercise questions are given. So after doing these questions practiced, just take the exercise questions and keep practicing, students. And if you come across with any doubts, just send me in a comment box. Thank you.